Welcome back to FreightWaves Now on this Tuesday morning. We've got a super exciting interview on a story that just hit FreightWaves.com about an hour and a half ago. We've got guest Mark Okerstrom. He's the president and the COO over at Convoy, and we're talking all about end-to-end, true end-to-end visibility. Mark, thank you so much for joining us.
Michael, Kaylee, great to be here.
Hey, Mark, exciting news. You guys have a partnership now with Flexport. Can you get into that a little bit?
Yeah, happy to. We're super excited about what we announced this morning. It's been about 3 years in the making, to be honest. It's bringing together two of the tech heavyweights in this industry much more closely together. Flexport, obviously focused on international freight forwarding and really solving the problems of the global shipper. Convoy, very focused on the domestic trucking business, and we are bringing these platforms much more closely together. First of all, to give great tools to Flexport staff to really help their customers. Next, to actually expose Convoy's real-time rates, real-time booking capability, real-time insights to Flexport customers, and that will ultimately deliver the holy grail of end-to-end visibility for global freight. We're super excited to announce it today.
I like that idea of the holy grail. It's like, this is what everybody's been searching for, and huzzah, we have found it.
Yeah, it is.
I like that.
That's very nice. It is quite exciting, and I can see why it took a number of years to get the right partnerships together, right? But it's also a very intricate thing that you guys are putting together, right? I've been and where a friend of mine had put all of the steps for an international shipping on a wall, and it's like 40 feet of just steps after step after step that happens. This is no small task to put this stuff together. And you're right, two tech heavyweights have to get it done. Can you talk about that complexities that there is and why this is such a great benefit to both Convoy customers and Flexport?
Absolutely. I mean, as you mentioned it, there's a huge amount of complexity in moving freight. I mean, just the domestic truckload freight is highly complex. When do you show up? What door do you show up? What happens when weather? You take that to the global stage and you go across modes, the complexity only ramps up. Then add to that the complexities of the decisions that procurement people have to make, transportation people have to make, dealing with different tariffs. What countries do we do business with? How does a problem in the Panama Canal change perspectives? This is highly complex and something that humans did an okay job with for a while, but it really lends itself to modern computer science. And I think our team, together with the Flexport team of engineers and data scientists, are going to be able to piece this together in a way that is really going to be game-changing for the industry.
And so talk about the decision to partner with Flexport. What about them made you understand and made you want to say, yes, these are the people that can take us to this end goal?
Well, like I said, we've known Flexport for 3 or 4 years. There's a very strong relationship between Dan Lewis and Ryan, their CEO. I've spent some time with their COO, so there's a really strong cultural fit, and we both have incredibly strong technical capabilities, and that's key to all of this. We really have to have exceptionally strong engineers and data scientists and product folks to be able to put this together. But importantly, we both share an incredible passion for solving customer problems. That is the core of what we're doing, is making sure that we're tackling the hardest problems in freight. For them, it's in the global space. For Convoy, it's the domestic space right now. And that shared passion for tackling the hard stuff really created a strong fit, culturally, technically, and mission-wise between these two companies.
So Mark, you mentioned when you started talking about the partnership of first, second kind of priorities of what we should expect coming out of this partnership. Can you dig into that a little bit more? What is the first step? What are we going to see first? What are customers going to see first?
Yeah.
And second, and why that particular progression? I mean, like you said, got strong tech, strong computer science engineers working on this. There's got to be a reason for that specific rollout.
Yeah. Well, so the first step is to integrate our platform so that Flexport operations folks can use Convoy tools to deliver great service to their customers. This enables to get the integration right from the start. It allows us to quality test what we're doing, to enable the Flexport operations team, our operations teams, to really understand what the tech is doing. Once we get that working, and that's going to happen over the course of the next, call it 4 months or so, and into next year, we'll then get that functionality up and exposed into Flexport customers after it has been tried and true and tested. And at that point, we'll start testing learning our way into even a much more effective customer-facing product, so that we really put the power of the technology and the power of the tools in the hands of the end user.
And Mark, so you spoke with one of our writers, Grace Sharkey, and she's one of our favorites. She always comes on with this great attitude, this big smile on her face, and
she's great.
She did a really great job writing up what was going on with this decision to partner with Flexport. And she mentioned in her story that you were talking a little bit about how Dan Lewis was kind of on the ground actually sourcing this research for this information and kind of finding the pain points from drivers that were on the road. He was in the trenches figuring out what the actual user was having issues with. Talk to us about how this kind of culture that you mentioned is so important when it comes to finding these problems and putting the solutions in the hands of the real people who are using them.
Yeah, it's a great point, and it's a great story. So the number one value of Convoy, and we've got a series of values that really operate as the operating system of Convoy, is start with the customer. And it's not words on a poster. It is the way that this company operates. Dan Lewis spent tons of time in truck stops talking to truckers, understanding their deepest problems, their frustrations, what was going on, what was holding them back. He spent time in facilities talking to facilities managers. He spent time talking to procurement folks, really, again, understanding what are their hardest problems. And that's what Convoy sought to solve right from the start. And, we just keep looking for areas of complexity, areas where things aren't quite working, and trying to solve those problems. Great example is detention. Great example is lumper payments. Great example is trying to get paid if you're a truck driver. All of these things have now been automated in the Convoy system, the Convoy app for truck drivers. We've just launched a new shipper-facing platform that gives real-time visibility, allows people to see prices from a whole bunch of different providers, book a load via Convoy. We're literally going through this whole chain and solving the hardest problems. Yes, we're going to build an incredible company along the way, but the goal is really to solve customer challenges.
Yeah, very cool. Mark, I've got my Howl at the Moon sweatshirt from, I believe you have that week of innovation. Dan sent Dooner and I those. Yeah, Moonshot Week is what it's called, where they get together and just brainstorm and come up with these ideas. And I love what you guys are doing, because we were just talking with George Abernathy, president of FreightWaves here, about the importance of and when is that single screen solution going to come. And you guys are making a giant step forward with Flexport and bringing domestic truckload and maritime together, two that are very disparate but so integrated, obviously, in today's logistics world.
Absolutely. And Michael, the other great thing is that you guys were talking about sustainability. Every load that gets done on Convoy is helping out the planet. We're intelligently batching shipments together to make sure that we're reducing wasted miles. And, that's a vote for the planet. That's a vote for sustainability. And that's core to what we're doing as well.
Mark, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Great to hear about this partnership. Of course, if you want that full story, go check out Grace's story up on FreightWaves.com. And once again, thanks for joining us, and have a great day.